again. Surprised you came. You're very brave. Prepare for combat. It's my time to shine. Another day. More training coming up. Today's plan. We'll be starting our workout with unbroken push-ups. We'll do 101 repetitions, one set in the high plank position, 6 push-ups every 30 seconds for 8 minutes, 5 extras at the end. Gives us 101 total. After that, we got the ring set up behind me. We're going to do some warm-ups, and then we'll work our way into some muscle-ups. Again, appreciate anyone watching. My time to shine. Once again, unbroken push-ups. The goal is 101 repetitions, 6 push-ups every 30 seconds for 8 minutes, 5 extras at the end will give us 101 total. Okay, starting right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, number 12. 1 minute. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, number 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, number 24. We're doing 6 push-ups every 30 seconds. Appreciate anyone watching. We're at 2 minutes. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, number 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, number 36. 'Okay, brings us to 3 minutes. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, number 42. Good morning. Appreciate you having a look. $43, $44, $45, $46, $47, number 48, we're doing 6 push-ups every 30 seconds. We're at 4 minutes. 49, number 50, 51, 52, 53, number 54, my time to shine. Appreciate anyone watching. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, number 60, okay, we're at 5 minutes. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, number 66, okay, that's 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, number 72, we're doing 6 push-ups every 30 seconds. We're at 6 minutes. 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, number 78, $79, that's 80, 81, 82, 83, number 84, $85, 86, 87, 88, 89, number 90, $91, 92, 93, 94, 95, number 96, and that brings us to 8 minutes. 97, 98, 99, number 100, 101. 102. It's my time to shine. Appreciate anyone watching. That was one set of unbroken push-ups. 101 repetitions total. This is our warm-up. We do this every day. Appreciate anyone watching. Respect to you. You get your reps today. Next up, we're training on the rings today. Got the rings set up behind me. We're going to start with some pull-ups, some assisted reps, then we'll do some muscle ups. Again, appreciate anyone watching. Here we go. So the first thing we do is our warm-ups. We do pull-ups. Thank you, sir. Hey, I appreciate you watching. So we're working on warming up the elbows, the shoulders, the wrists. Do pull-ups, then muscle-ups. Most important is called the false grip. So when I grab the rings, the ring rests on the heel of my palm, not in my fingertips. Puts a little bit of stress on the skin around the wrists. So I add some tape, and that way I can extend my training a little bit. Here we go. Again, I appreciate anyone watching. I'm getting ready to do some work on the rings. Okay. So tape up the wrist, saves the skin. It also gives me a little bit more contact on the grip on the rings. I need every little bit of help I can get. So next up, we'll add some chalk. Then we'll do our first set of warm-ups. Ring pull-up with the false grip. Again, these are warm-ups. It's not about going to failure. It's about warming up the muscle and the tissue to do some muscle ups. So we start with a set of 3 ring pull-ups, 2 reps, and then the third rep will be paused. Set number 1, here we go. Okay, set number 1, ring pull up using the false grip. Again, these are our warm-up sets before we do muscle ups. Appreciate anyone watching. We'll do one more set of pull-ups, and then we'll move on to some assisted muscle ups. Okay, set number 2, false grip, ring, pull up, 2 reps, and then a third rep paused. Trying to warm up, strengthen the false grip on the rings using that T-Rex grip. And then on the third rep, we lock it out, pulling the rings as high up on my body as I can. Again, we're warming up to do some muscle ups. Set number 2. How long am I training? I'm not sure if you mean today or every day, but today's session will probably be about 45 minutes in total. We did, as usual, 1 set of push-ups, 101 reps as our warm-up. We did 2 sets of ring pull-ups now. I'll do a couple sets assisted muscle-ups, and then we'll do some regular muscle-ups. Yeah, it usually reaches about 45 minutes, this training. For how many years? I've been going to gyms, weight training, for probably 20 years. I've been doing daily morning calisthenics for about 5 or 6 years. And I've been training specifically on the rings every third day for about probably 2 years, maybe 2.5 years. With the rings, I started with dips and pull-ups, worked my way up to doing muscle-ups. A little bit each time. Consistency, my only secret. So next up will be an assisted muscle up on the rings using my toes to help through the transition. Again, we're just doing warm-ups, priming the body before we do unassisted reps. Here we go. Set number 1, assisted ring muscle up. Most important on this exercise, I'm trying to mimic what it looks like when I do a muscle up without using my toes. Using the same motion, ingraining it, practicing over and over, and that way you get better at it. These could be done from just a kneeling position on the ground, but I'd have to lower the rings down, and I'm too lazy, so I use a box. Again, we're doing assisted muscle ups with the toes. The idea is to make the movement pattern look the same as an unassisted rep and use as little toes as needed just to get through the sticking point. What's up, Jacob? Appreciate you watching. Set number 2, assisted muscle up with the toes. Okay, set number 2, assisted. That's it for our warm-up sets. So next up will be a unassisted muscle up from the L sit on the rings. Appreciate anyone watching. Again, we're doing a workout and training on the rings and just practicing what I want to improve. Yes, it is a long journey. A lifetime, in fact. For many years, I watched other people train on the rings, and I could never get a muscle up. But I never spent much time on them. I just made them sort of a side exercise at the end of my training. And finally, when I dedicated some time and watched some videos, learned some different training techniques, I was able to do a muscle up eventually, and now I can do multiple. Again, many people are much stronger on the rings, but consistency will pay off. Anyone can do it. So anyone that's into calisthenics, I suggest you get some rings and start training on them, get stronger on them. So set number 1, ring muscle up. Set number 1, ring muscle up. Appreciate anyone watching. It's my time to shine. Appreciate anyone watching. We started with unbroken push-ups. We do every day. That's our warm-up, 1 set, 101 repetitions from the plank. Now we're doing a session on the rings. We did our warm-ups. Now we're doing a ring muscle up from a seated L-sit position. And this will be set number 2, rep number 2. Here we go. That was set number 2. Appreciate anyone watching. I think we'll do one more set with the single muscle up like that. Again, it's my time to shine. Respect to you if you get your reps today. Ring training can put a lot of strain on the shoulders, the elbows, especially the wrists and the tissue on the wrists. So I found for myself the best if I train it every 3rd day. So I do push-ups and burpees 2 days, and then the 3rd day I usually train on the rings, and I keep that cycle going. Seems to work well for me. It gives me enough time to recover between ring training sessions, but it gives me enough practice to continue to improve. Appreciate anyone watching. We're on set number 3, rep number 3, ring muscle up from a seated L sit. And that was set number 3. Appreciate anyone watching. So 3 sets, single muscle up. The next set will be a paused muscle up. So we'll pull from the seated position, the L sit, till I get into that T-Rex position. Pause there for 3 or 4 seconds, and then bang through into the muscle up. I find this this variation makes my transition stronger, makes my muscle up stronger overall. We're doing a training session on the rings, doing some ring muscle ups. Appreciate anyone watching. This will be set number 4 with the muscle ups, and it'll be the first set paused. So paused L sit into a muscle up. Here we go. Okay, that was paused L sit into a muscle up from the T-Rex position, and then bang through into the muscle up after a pause. Getting some grip on the rings makes a world of difference. I use chalk, tape my wrists with athletic tape. I tape the rings with athletic tape, and then I use what's called a false grip. The rings rest on the heel of my palm. Give you the leverage to get through the transition point. From the top of a pull-up to the bottom of a dip, usually the weak point for most people. So we're always trying to strengthen that position, the transition. So one way I strengthen it is by pausing at the top of the pull-up and then pushing through the transition into the bottom of the dip. Paused muscle up. This will be set number 2, paused muscle up. Overall, set number 5, ring muscle up. paused ring muscle up. Appreciate anyone watching. We'll do one more set like that. That was our second set, paused ring muscle up. One more. Overall, it'll be our sixth set of muscle ups. Appreciate anyone watching. I like to rest a couple minutes between sets. I like to be fully recovered for each rep. Try to make them look technically as well as I can. I don't want to do a muscle up when I'm fatigued, ingrain a bad movement pattern. When I do the muscle up, I try to pull those rings as far down on my chest as I can. The higher I can get up on those rings, the easier my transition is going to be through the muscle up. Appreciate anyone watching. This will be a paused ring muscle up from the T-Rex position. We pull into the L-sit, pause, and then bang through into the muscle up. Set number 3, paused. Here we go. Okay, set number 3, pause rep. What's up, Gravity Core? How's it going? We're doing some muscle ups on the rings today. Appreciate anyone watching. My time to shine. I think I'm going to get one more muscle up here. Doing a pause rep from an L-sit. Hey, what's up? Appreciate you having a look. Mark, I believe it is. Respect to you for always getting your reps every day. And anyone watching, check out Gravity Core Fitness channel. He's an animal. In a good way. I've seen Gravity Core train on rings too. Rings are an excellent training tool. Anyone that can get their hands on them, give them a go. They can be scaled to any level of fitness, and they hit the muscles a lot of different angles and ways that can't be done otherwise. So this is set number 4, pause ring muscle up from the L-sit. We pause in the L-sit and then bang through the muscle up. Okay. Set number 4 paused. Let's go. That's right. Okay. In total, we did 7 sets, single muscle up. 4 of them were paused. We're going to get a couple more sets in using the band. I really like the band. This allowed me to get my first muscle up. Yeah, I still struggle with false grip. It tears the skin on your wrist, and it takes a lot of getting used to hanging by your wrist. Slowly over time, it's getting stronger, and again, I use all the tools I can. I use tape, I use chalk, tape up the rings, and I cycle my training. I only do the rings every 3rd day, so I can let the wrists and the other parts of the body heal a little bit. That way I can continue to make progress, because if you tear the skin on your wrist, your training's over till it heals, right? So you got to build the callus, your skin, without tearing the skin. It's a fine line. So next up, we're going to use the bands. And again, the bands help me get my first muscle up. You can't use them as a crutch, but they're definitely an excellent training tool. And even though I can do a muscle up without the bands now, I still like using them either as a warm-up or as a finisher. Get some extra work done. Here we go. Okay, we're going to do 1 band, chalk up. So the band loops from the one ring to the other. I swing my legs between it, and that gives me a little bit of a boost through the transition, through the sticking phase. We'll try to get a couple reps in. I find training the ring muscle up, the strict muscle up, you go slow. And so the band allows you to get some speed into the movement and train it quicker. I like a little bit of both. Hit the muscle a different way. So here we go. Okay, set number 1, ring muscle up assisted, 1 band. We did 3 reps. I have a couple bands, and I didn't notice that one's got some more tension on it. My other ones are getting old, I guess. So the amount of tension you have with 1 band, or I've used 2 bands before, it's going to make the movement easier or harder, give you more of a help through the transition. So that was 3 reps, 1 band. For a long time, I couldn't do a muscle up. I could do lots of pull-ups, I could do lots of dips, but I couldn't get enough strength in that transition to get my body through the rings into a muscle up. And using the band, I built up the strength to do it. And there was a good chunk of time where I could only do it with the band. And I was so happy I finally got it with the band. I thought, even if I can just continue to do it with just the band, I'd be happy. But eventually I got stronger. Consistency, perseverance, my only secrets. Okay, this will be set number 2, 1 band, assisted ring muscle up. Okay, set number 2. Yeah, bands are great, I agree. Especially with the rings, they really help me a lot. I know there's lots of different uses for them though. I probably don't use them enough, to tell you the truth. I know they're really good for warm-ups, doing high reps, and they're an easy training tool you can take anywhere and then have resistance on whatever exercise you choose. Often it's just being creative with them, figuring out how to use them for a squat or a press or whatever exercise you want to do. Again, appreciate anyone watching today. I think we're going to stop it there. That was my time to shine. We started today's session like we do every day. We do 101 unbroken push-ups from a plank position. After that, we did some warm-ups on the rings, some pull-ups. Then we did 3 sets muscle-ups, singles from the L-sit. And then another 4 sets muscle-ups with a pause. Appreciate you watching, Mark. Finished up with 2 sets assisted muscle-ups with the bands. My time to shine. Respect to you. If you get your reps today, I know Mark will be. Hopefully the rest of you guys do. Appreciate anyone watching. Have a good day.